What was scheduled to be an Anna's Law bond hearing for 3 of the 7 suspects charged in connection to alleged child abuse and trafficking out of Bibb County ended quietly. Rebecca Brewer, Ricky Terrell, and Sarah Terrell all waived their right to bond during their first court appearance.
Well, that's probably the smartest thing they could do. Growing up in this county when I was a kid, we would hear about people doing things to kids, and those people just kind of disappeared. There's a lot of caves. There's abandoned mine shafts. There's abandoned rock quarries. People just kind of disappeared.
Each of the 3 faces severe charges, including human trafficking, kidnapping, rape, sexual torture, and child sex abuse. Before entering the courthouse, Rebecca Brewer told media, "I didn't do this. I love my babies."
No, you don't, Becky. If you loved your babies, you wouldn't have sold them to child traffickers.
Inside the courtroom, Ricky Terrell was overheard telling his attorney, "I've never touched a kid."
You never touched a kid, Ricky? You never touched a kid? All right, well, maybe you didn't, but you let other people touch your kids.
He also asked an officer if he could hug his wife, which that request was denied. Despite the quiet courtroom behind the scenes, the investigation is very much still moving. So far, authorities have identified 10 child victims ranging from ages 3 to 15.
10 kids. 10 kids. And they know that the oldest victim, 15 years old. Now, they started abusing that kid back in 2022 when that child was 12. At least one victim was locked in that bunker right there, for an entire year. No excuses.
Most are under the age of 10. Investigators say they were drugged, restrained, and taken into an underground storm bunker where strangers would pay to abuse them in what they described as appointments. The next court date for these 3 suspects is set for August 21st.
August 21st. I need to buy myself a new t-shirt.
A preliminary hearing. Until then, they remain in custody without bond.
Gracie Johnson reporting. Investigators say this case is still developing and that more victims and more suspects are likely.
So the investigation is ongoing and more suspects and even more victims may be revealed. Tell you what, let's just head on over to the Bibb County Jail and put a wood chipper in the yard.